Righty. Good morning, and thank you guys for joining me this fantastic, um, what is it, Monday morning, Motivational Monday. I hope everyone is having or has had a fantastic day out there. Um, this morning, um, talking about the idea of you deserve better, okay? Because it's a recurring topic where people um, allude to the fact that they are better than or they deserve better than what they're getting. But the truth is, and a lot of times with people, they demand better from other people. All right. But the truth is, who is it that we really deserve better from? The person that we deserve better from is us. Okay. We deserve better from ourselves. So ask yourself this question. Am I giving my best to me? Am I being my best to me? Am I performing my best to me? Do I have the best intentions for me? Do I have the highest aspirations for me? Am I taking care of myself the best I actually can? Okay? And before you answer that question, I want you to think back on all the things that you had promised yourself when you were younger, all the dreams and the aspirations you had for yourself. What are those things now? I was talking to a friend of mine last week about his best, and he's currently overweight, and he's trying to get himself down to a better weight, all right? And he threw out a number to me as to where he thinks that if he got to that number, he would be good, all right? And I like to go through this exercise with people. And so I asked him, you know, how much he weighed 20 or 30 years ago. Because I remember he was a much smaller, more fit person at that time. And he gave me that number. And that number that he gave me at that point in time was some 40 pounds less than the number he just gave me. And so I identified to him and say, so you just gave me your quote unquote adjusted best. Why did you give me an adjusted best number today that you would not have accepted from yourself 30 years ago or 25 years ago? All right. And the number he had given me was 275 pounds. And so I asked him, I said, so what did you weigh when you were around about 35? And he was like 240. I said, had I come to you at that time and said, would you be happy at 275? You just said, hell no. So then why are you happy with 275 now? That is your adjusted best. And anyone who, and a lot of times we get in the mindset of adjusting what we believe is best for us. A lot of times we sell ourselves short. A lot of times we do not give ourselves access to the best version of ourselves because we don't want to do the work. We're afraid to take the risk, or people around us have convinced us that we're fine exactly where we are. We get comfortable. Okay? But there's always a day of reckoning that comes later on in life. And I've talked to a lot of older people, and I found this to be the case. And that day of reckoning is when you sit back and look back at your life, and it's a gut punch when you realize that you could have done better. You should have done better. You had the opportunities to do better, and yet you didn't. And a lot of times at that point in time in life, there's very little you can do about it because you're stuck living in existence or suffering consequences for things that you did not do, did not offer, and did not provide for yourself that you had full capacity to do, and you just didn't. You don't want to look back and realize that you could have done better. Where you are right now, when you look at yourself in the mirror, do you ask yourself this question? Is this the best I have to offer myself? I always urge people to do that because, that was one of the pivotal things for me. I looked at myself, I stood in front of the mirror, stark naked, bright lights on, and I said, is this the best you have to offer? Is this the best you can do? And I think any one of us that has any level of character and true self-pride, which comes with accountability, right? I think the answer in many cases would be no. No, this cannot be the best I have to offer. At least it was for me at that time. I was like, no, this cannot be the best I have to offer. Okay? And there's a follow-up to that. I will not allow the best I've ever done to be the standard of my life. So always make today a great day, a better day, but not better than tomorrow. Because you have a chance today to make tomorrow better. And if you're not taking that opportunity, you are squandering the chances. And every day you spend not living your best life is a day you waste living this mediocre existence. Every day you spend not working your way towards your best life is a day you spend wasting it, vanquishing it, mediocre, average, which is not who you are or what you were meant to be. You do deserve better. But no one is going to give you better than you give yourself. If you give yourself half-assed, you're going to get half-assed from everyone else. If you give yourself mediocre, leftovers of your time, leftovers of your attention, leftovers of your dedication, leftovers of your belief, why would I believe in you more than you believe in yourself? Why would I dedicate more to you than you're willing to dedicate to yourself? Okay. And what is different and what is better? I don't determine that for you. You determine that for yourself. What is your best life? I don't determine that for you. You determine for yourself. But as I pointed out with my friend, make sure that you're not giving yourself an adjusted best simply because you're too afraid, too comfortable, or too lazy to push for what is actually the best for you. Okay? Because that's the other thing that's the main thing that holds people back. It's not who you think you are that holds you back. It's a lot of times who you think you're not. All right? And someone says, Vilo says, people want to give you more, though. Here's the sad thing about it, Vilo. No one can ever love you more or value you more than you value or love yourself. Because you will always play up or down to what you believe and who you believe you are. Okay? You will always play up or down to what and who you believe you are. That's why I always remind people, right? Take inventory of yourself. Who are you? When I talk to a lot of people like to regale me with who they're not. Oh, I'm not that consistent. Well, I'm not that athletic. I'm not this. But who are you? Because a lot of times for many people, we need to come to grips with who we are. Who are you? Stop telling me who you're not. Stop believing in all your limitations and tell me how great you are. Lock into that. Because when you lock into that, that's when you'll realize that I actually do deserve better because I'm better than this. I have way more to offer than I have been giving myself. And if I play up to the highest vision of myself, when it comes to an end, I can look back and I can be proud because I would have come very close to that best life. And that's all you can ask for somebody, is that they aspire to be the best version of themselves. Are you the best version of yourself right now? Are you working towards that? Because if you're not, number one, what are you waiting for? And number two, don't you think you deserve that? I think you do. Something to think about this Monday, all right? Someone says, because people adjust their situation instead of keeping it real for themselves. Of course, it's much easier to adjust what you believe is best. It requires less work. It requires less accountability. There's a whole lot less effort. You go in knowing that you deserve 10, wanting 10, but you know what? Oh, well, I'll take the 5. 5 is good for me, though. Is it really? Is it? You wanted 10. You deserve 10. You have the capacity to get 10. Getting the extra 5 is a little bit harder, but guess what? That's what you actually deserve. So why wouldn't you go for it? Oh, you're afraid. Oh, people might look at you crazy. Oh, it takes a lot of time and effort. Well, yeah, newsflash. Whether it's career, health, or anything else in this world that you truly want, it's going to require time and effort to build towards that. And the beautiful thing about building towards that thing that you want, right? Some amazing things happen along the way. You discover a lot about yourself. Sometimes you discover that, guess what? What you thought you were worth was not even close to what you were actually worth. What you thought you were actually capable of was not even close to that. Okay? Think about that. Think about how amazing that is. Okay? Think about how amazing that is. And as far as validation goes, right? Everybody loves to be validated by other people. That's a human trait. Okay? But I always remind people, especially when you get to, the ripe age that most of us are, right? Many a times you're not gonna get people to clap for you. And that's why it's so important. I always tell people to take inventory of yourself. Most people that are listening to me are in their 40s plus. Look how far you've come. Look at all the things you've done. Look at all the hurdles and the battles you fought, and yet you stand. Okay? When you take inventory of yourself, of all you've done already, how dare you sell yourself short? How dare you second guess yourself when you've proven yourself to yourself and the world many times over? And then if that doesn't work, look around you at people who are living the life you claim you want. And many of them, come from the same circumstances, if not worse. And it's not a point of looking at yourself for comparison, but look at that for inspiration. If they can do it, why can't you? Why can't you at least try? But a lot of people don't. Why? Because they fear failure. As they say, fear has killed more dreams than failure ever will. They fear it. And are those fears actually real? Many a times, no. They're just imagined. Because they've never really happened. But you have sold yourself on it, or somebody else around you have sold you on the fact that you don't deserve the better that you claim that you really want. That it's not really for you. I've been there. I've lived it. People looked at me and told me I couldn't do things. It was stupid. I was stupid for even trying. It's amazing how quiet some of those people are right now. When I'm doing things that are way well beyond even the things that I thought I wanted to do at that time. Right? You deserve better. Sadly, only a rare few people actually take the time and set the time aside to do better. But you can be one of them. You don't need anything special to do it. You just need a little bit of belief in yourself and consistent effort. Is it going to be easy? No. Is it going to be fast? No. But it will be fulfilling. It will be very satisfying. Okay? But most importantly, you deserve it. Let me see if I can answer this question. What was that final switch for you? You know, it doesn't always have to be a final switch. It was just a moment when I realized I could do better. I didn't even know what that better was. Don't let everybody, some people think that there's always this destination in mind, right? And there doesn't necessarily have to be this, I know I can do X. Sometimes you just know that you can do better than what you're doing right now. And then all you have to do is say, listen, what I did yesterday, I'm going to do better than I did yesterday today. And even if that's 1%, you don't have to be a master. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to do a little bit better, a little bit more. Come up with a plan, set some consistency out, and it doesn't matter, once again, this is business, relationships, career, health, whatever it is, just get a little better. But it starts with you taking small pieces of action every day. You have to take action. It's not about planning. It's not about strategizing. It's about actual action. Okay? And once you start doing that, that action will produce some results. And those results will build your confidence, and that confidence will lead you to do more. And then next thing you know, now you got momentum. You start feeling good about yourself. You start believing. Every single day you wake up and you go at it and you see results. Guess what? Your level of belief in yourself grows. That level of, I know I deserve better, you validate that there because you gave yourself better. Today's Monday. Dedicate yourself to doing a couple things this week. Drinking your water, going for your exercise, eating clean, taking one or two bad things out of your diet. It doesn't have, you don't have to do big monumental things. Small things. There's those things that you should not be eating. Cut those things out. Cut one or two of them out. You should drink more water. Make sure you schedule some water. All right? You should be doing your exercise program. You're not doing that? Then guess what? Schedule a couple of times where you do it. Do it on a regular basis. Wake up first thing in the morning. I always tell people 90 by 90. Win the first 90 minutes of the day. You can do all those things in the first 90 minutes of the day. Why? Because you deserve better. And the first person to give you that should be you. Something to think about. Happy Monday, guys. And somebody asked me, is this going to be my platform? Yeah, we're going to be doing a lot of our lives here on YouTube. I still do it a little bit on Facebook as well, but YouTube definitely. We're going to be switching off from doing lives on IG. We'll do some occasional stuff there, here and there, but yeah, definitely switching to YouTube is a better it's a better way. Okay, definitely. So, yeah. You too, Sabrina. Have a fantastic day. Have a fantastic day, guys. And I will talk to you soon. All right. And we'll be doing, just the FYI, make sure you guys sign in, I believe, on Wednesday. Wednesday, we're going to be doing Wellness Wednesday here on YouTube. So we're going to be doing definitely Motivational Monday in the morning, Wellness Wednesday in the evening, and then we're going to be doing our cooking demos on YouTube on Saturday mornings. All right. So take it easy.